Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ballet Rain. Welcome back to another ballet nerding sesh with your two most trusted, very favorite ballet nerds on the internet. And today we are going to be appreciating the most underappreciated wedding pas de deux in the ballet repertoire. And the underappreciated gem in question is the pas de deux from the third act of Coppélia.
In the ballet realm, there are tons and tons of wedding pas de deux, and I'm sure you've heard of the iconic Paquita wedding pas de deux, Sleeping Beauty pas de deux, and of course the Don Quixote wedding pas de deux, which I think is honestly probably the most popular and most iconic wedding pas de deux. But Coppélia's wedding pas de deux honestly doesn't get recognized enough. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Coppélia is a very unserious ballet, so the pas de deux kind of gets written off as like a very unserious pas de deux.
But even after all of the chaos of Coppélia, there's this tiny little moment where it's just this beautiful, tender, heartwarming, incredible pas de deux that the world needs to know more about. So we are attempting to rectify the situation today by giving you our full commentary on this pas de deux, and we're going to be giving it the spotlight and the credit and the love that it deserves because it really is such a special piece, and we are super happy to share it with you today.
If you're ready to go, hit the like button, share it with a friend, and we will head on out. So here we go. This is the Coppélia Act 3 wedding pas de deux, of course, and some of you are congratulating us on some previous videos that, oh my gosh, congrats, you didn't use Royal Ballet. Psych, we're using Royal Ballet today. We have Marinella Nunez as Swanhilda and Vadim Montegurov as Franz.
For those of you that don't know, we love the Royal Ballet and we use them for pretty much every single commentary.
But okay, here's out. They did such a good job in this. And also the video quality was good. So
anyways, in this context of the pas de deux, this is obviously their wedding. They're getting married. Happy day.
Yeah.
But if you know the ballet, you'll know that they actually went through quite a few arguments.
Yeah, a lot of relationship problems.
Yeah. And throughout that span, in a very short time, they did undergo a lot of maturity.
For sure.
So this pas de deux serves as their interactions to contrast their interactions from the beginning of the ballet.
Exactly.
So you can see just how much they've grown in interacting with each other as a young couple and then now a married couple.
So yes, we're very excited about this one, and we're finally going to give it the appreciation that it deserves. So let's get into it.
If you'll notice right away, it's very different from some of the other wedding pas de deux out there.
Yeah.
Like for Sleeping Beauty, it's them dancing for the court. More of a presentation.
Yeah, more of that. Don Q is the flashiest one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's something that they put together to show off to the entire wedding party. But this one's a little bit different in the sense that it's not supposed to be showy or look at us
at
all.
If you look here, you can see that the surrounding people, the extras in the scene, are pretty much blacked out entirely. Mm-hmm. And the only light on the stage is on Swanhilda and Franz.
And also for the extras on the stage, everyone's staying very much still and silent because the point of this pas de deux is supposed to really zero in on Swanhilda and Franz, and this is their interaction, and that is the sole focus of this pas de deux. And in addition to that, to really drive the point home that this is about our main wedding couple, the music just features a very simple single melody and not too much accompaniment.
Yeah.
So it kind of just represents their voices or their thoughts in a way, and it really makes it feel that much more intimate and special. This lift is the best.
Go back, we need to see it again.
The ascent was absolutely seamless.
And that's difficult for the ballerina and the danseur both. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, she has a single point where she's in contact with him. And
his shoulder.
Her whole upper body and all her legs she has to hold up with her own core strength.
Exactly. She doesn't ever look like she's looking for the floor or she's searching for security or in any way.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really makes it look very light.
Mm-hmm. It looks simple. Their connection is unmatched.
The eye contact.
Taking her time going all the way up through that beautiful fifth position. This is
so beautiful.
This is art, everybody.
It's art.
This is fine art. Just no words. Okay, no words.
I feel it's also that it's a very humble pas de deux. Like, oh wow, after all that I put you through, you know, you'll still offer your hand to me, or you'll still give me your hand. You know, it's very grateful. It's humble, and it's
like, I know I don't deserve you.
Yeah, I don't deserve you kind of thing. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I love how square she is. Look, her shoulders perfectly match his. Their shoulders are completely perfectly stacked.
Yeah, in a penché like that, it's very easy to
twist towards that leg.
If your right leg is behind, your right shoulder will be like twisted back a little bit. But she's perfectly square this way. We're getting hung up on this one section.
I know,
it's just so perfect.
so good.
I love how he matched her head there.
Yes.
The whole, like, even the trajectory.
The trajectory.
Everything, the path of eyesight.
Exactly. And then she goes and she frames both of their faces, which is so pretty.
Perfectly
really,
matched,
really beautiful.
Guys. So if you're looking to add more depth and dynamic to your
Yeah.
dancing, check your eye gaze.
I don't think people realize how powerful the eyes are. It's like the eyes need their own separate choreography.
Yeah.
Everyone focuses on the head and the arms and the legs and things like that. But the eyes have so much. If you can just get that,
Yeah, it
so
takes
amazing.
it from just movement to art.
Yeah, exactly.
And he even partners her with so much resistance. Taking her into that lunge, it had such a...
It was like see an enemy, you know?
Yeah,
it was so beautiful.
This is what I love about their particular style together.
Yeah.
They mesh really well.
They do so perfectly together. So beautiful, clean lines. There are a few things as beautiful as a perfect 90-degree arabesque.
Yeah.
It just looks so clean. It's like the epitome of classical ballet.
It's classic. It's like an all-black dress.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just that clean, classic black dress.
Square 90-90 arabesque.
Yeah, 90-90 and the arms 90. Like, everything is... It's just beautiful.
Yeah. As much as I love high arabesque.
Yes, high extensions. Of course, we love high extensions. But there's something so classic and just so clean and just...
Especially coming out of a pirouette the way she did it.
It's satisfying.
Yeah.
And then we melt into this penché. Oh, beautifully done.
That's a beautiful interpretation of that step.
Yeah, the third arabesque and rolling down and back to him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Instead of coming down to go back to him,
yeah,
she stayed up and walked back to him this way.
Yeah.
So that had this circle feel
rather
instead
than
of that
circle feel.
Yeah. Interpretation-wise, it seems that she has that really euphoric, like, on cloud nine, just absolutely dreamy kind of feel.
I think it makes her feel like it brings back that little bit of that childlikeness of Swanhilda's character. You know, it has the levity and it has that like dreamy, like, oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah, the starstruck almost. Yeah.
It really brings that part of Swanhilda's character. So it's not like she's a totally different person.
Yeah.
It's not like she all of a sudden grew up. She still has that childlike spirit in her. And Marinella obviously incorporated that very artfully into her interpretation of Swanhilda.
We must see it again. Please bless us with the same passage one more time. Vadim with those lifts and the control
and the roll down.
We need more partners like Vadim. Oh my goodness.
Okay, grand de jambe, en des dames.
You can like see the rotation as it comes from the back to the side all the way to the front. It stayed at the same level. Clean, clean, clean. Just watch her upper body. You can barely see that transition.
It barely moves.
You don't see like a forward and then side and then up. You don't see anything like that. It's just like arabesque.
Nothing
to the front.
reacts. Nothing reacts.
Yeah.
In Marinella. She's not phased. Not even by her own dancing. She's never phased by anything.
Yeah. One-handed. Wow. From hand to back.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Because he needs to propel her enough too.
Yeah. But still not make it look like it's shoved.
Yeah. Don't shove your future wife, folks. Beautiful. Matching her arm all the way. Here we go for the final promenade sequence.
This, I dare say, is harder than the Rose Adagio.
Arguably.
I think so. I mean, yeah, you don't have to let go of his hand every time, but you are transitioning and transferring your weight into a totally different position.
Yeah.
Which, arguably, I think is harder than maintaining the same position.
Yeah.
The second promenade is in a arabesque penché. Very difficult.
And he does a beautiful job keeping the exact same radius
Yes.
from her supporting foot.
That is a ballerina's dream. Oh, the eye contact! Ah! Third time, also in a penché. I love how she kept looking at him as he kept walking her around.
Yeah.
That was really, really subtle, but such beautiful detail.
So pretty.
You can see it right here.
Yeah, she
Eyes,
looks at
eyes,
him.
eyes. All the way to the last second.
And also on that last little pizzicato, I loved how she had that
Yes.
sort of
The accent.
like
It was punctual.
yeah,
It was
punctual.
It was very punctual.
And again, this is musicality. To be able to capitalize on the specific moments, note by note, in the music.
yeah.
Beautiful. Gorgeous finger turn.
Oh,
The melt!
and you can see the perfect diagonal.
That is a gorgeous,
That
gorgeous
is so
picture.
beautiful.
Just look at that. It's art.
It's art.
It's art, you
It's
guys.
absolute art.
Seriously, the ultimate wedding pas de deux. It's the ultimate first dance.
It's so pretty.
It's a ballet first
so
dance.
beautiful. It's the perfect first dance.
Yeah.
Well-
And the music, I mean, this music is just so perfect. It has such a heartfelt
Yeah.
depth to it.
It is very deep. For a very simple composition, too.
Yeah. And it feels very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like they're just
For sure.
completely open to each other.
Yeah.
And they're, it's,
For sure.
it's their real first dance.
Yeah. It really feels like a true first dance in the sense that it's just them and it's just for them.
Yeah. And they're talking about, just how lucky they are.
How grateful they
How-
are for the other.
Yeah, exactly. There's that conversation, that dialogue going on,
Mm-hmm.
which is paired perfectly with their dancing because the way they use their eye contact with each other, the way they always interact with each other,
Yeah.
it just
It's
enhances
perfect.
that music.
I know.
And it enhances the sentiments of the pas de deux in just a way that's truly matchless.
Yeah.
If you are looking to incorporate ballet into your wedding,
Yes.
may we
This is the
recommend. May we recommend.
Hopefully you guys can understand why this wedding pas de deux needs more recognition, and hopefully we were able to contribute to the cause.
Hopefully. I really absolutely love this pas de deux. It seems so dreamlike.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the ballet is very down to earth.
Yeah.
Very
much so.
Realistic. Very, well, not realistic, but...
but to a point.
Yeah.
To a point.
It portrays very human characters, very,
like human scenarios and
human,
things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden it's just the two
It's
of them
just
together,
them.
and the lights go all, all dim, and it's just the golden spotlight on it. It's something straight out of a movie.
It's so idyllic.
I know a lot of people go to see Coppélia for the energy and for the humor and for the excitement. But definitely tune in around this part of the ballet because
it's often missed. It's like skimmed over and overlooked far too often.
Hopefully this video will help you to watch the ballet with fresh eyes and to really be drawn into this really just perfect intimate moment at the end of the ballet.
So there you have it, everybody. That was the wedding pas de deux from Act 3 of Coppélia. Of course, bravo to Marinella and Vadim. Make sure you tap the like button for them because they did an absolutely exceptional, exquisite job dancing this pas de deux and bringing these characters in this particular scene to life.
Please comment below if you think there are any other very underrated pieces in classical ballet rep that you think need a little more spotlight, a little more love, and deserve to be appreciated more. We always read through your comments.
Yes.
And we'd be very interested to do another video on one of y'all's personal favorite underrated masterpieces.
If you like this video, make sure you share it with your special someone, your Swanhilda, your Franz, or even your eccentric neighbor. And if you enjoy ballet nerding with us, then please go ahead and subscribe to our channel because we will be doing a lot of videos like this in the very near future. In the meantime, you can check out our very extensive ballet commentary playlist, linked above and below the video. There are a lot of amazing pieces in that playlist that we commented on, so make sure you go and check those out after the video.
Anyway, I think that is all from us for now. This is Ballet Rain signing off. Until the next video.
Bye.
Oh, we died! You guys! It was at 85%!
I know.
It's only been like 20 minutes.
We need a charger. Alright.
Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties, we'll be right back.
Okay. Bye. Hey. Cut.
Woo!
Nice job. Next.
Food!
Food.
Food!
We love some food.
We need some food.